What's going on, everybody? Sean Daniel with Guitar Control here, and today we have a really fun bluesy lesson that is going to incorporate a lot of open chords and then kind of fun scales that you can play along with chords, which is something that everybody wants to do and is a lot of fun and very impressive sounding. So make sure you click the link below because I'm going to tab out everything that we're doing here, and let's just get started with a quick example of what I'm talking about over an E dominant 7 chord. So, this is just kind of one way that you can start to make different connections with different methods of playing, because a lot of times when you're playing guitar, it's like, oh, am I playing rhythm guitar, am I playing lead guitar, what's going on here? This is a way to kind of combine the two and maybe have more of a fluid musical experience. So let's start off with just what an E7 chord. Super easy. E dominant 7. Open E, 2A, open D, 1G, open B, open E. Now the sound of the blues is the minor pentatonic scale being played over a dominant 7 chord, okay? If that doesn't make sense to you, it will by the end of this video, because all we're going to do is focus on one dominant 7 chord at a time and then do something over that in a different position. Now it might not be the most efficient way to play, but it's something that I think connects pathways in your brain to different sounds, right? So again, we have this one dominant 7 chord, and then we're going to have the E minor pentatonic shape starting right here. Let's run through the shape real quick. 12-15 on the low E string, 12-14 on the A string, 12-14 on the D string, 12-14 on the G string, 12-15 on the B string, 12-15 on the high E string. Okay, now any of those notes are going to sound pretty bluesy over an E7 chord. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of create a structure, a framework, in which we can maybe strum that a few times in a very bluesy type way, and then transition into some kind of lick or some kind of experimentation within that shape. Alright? So let's first get that framework down. That's what we're going to do, just like that. We have the root note of the chord, the rest of the chord. When I say the rest of the chord, I'm just kind of striking the E string, and then I'm getting maybe like the bottom, the highest 5 strings after that. Root, chord, muting it on the upstroke of that strum. 1, 2, and 3. Alright? That's it. That's going to be the whole bar. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Alright, so there's a lot of space at the end of that bar. Bar is 4 counts. The reason we're leaving space is because we want to buy our hand time to get into this other position that is pretty far away, guitar neck real estate wise, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. This is going to be our first lick taken from that minor pentatonic scale, okay? Really just hone in on the D string, 12-14, and the G string, 12-14. What we're going to do is go. Alright, 2 hammer-ons, D, G, a bend. You can bend up and come back or bend down. But you're going to go back to the G string, 12. And again, this is just one example of a lick that you can make in E minor. There's 1 million, 2 million, 3 million different licks you can make from the minor pentatonic scale. Just look through the history of rock and you'll find it. But this is just one to kind of give you. Maybe you can experiment off of this, but. And then we're going to slide it back. I think sliding it back is pretty important. That's, how bluesy is that? Oh, it's like you're sliding back into depression from having the blues, signifying that in the music. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Back and forth. Notice the second time around I'm alternating between and kind of cutting out the last couple notes there, because a lot of what I think when I think of just good blues playing is like leaving a lot of space and letting things breathe. So this is a good example of maybe just kind of taking your time and letting that note breathe, getting a lot of vibrato, that micro vibrato, however you want to kind of employ different techniques that you're already using, so you're practicing a lot of things in the same place. Now I want to do something a little different from kind of the spirit of that same scale, but I want to bring in two other notes in a different position that might help us connect here. And it's going to involve double stopping. Double stopping is when you play two notes from a scale at the same time, okay? So like we said, we were focusing in on the 12th and 14th frets of the D and the G string. We can double stop through those by playing them at the same time. 12 D and G and 14 D and G. First of all, we can just make that its own kind of lick, right? Okay, a lot of stuff you could do. Like I said, 3 million exactly things that you could do with the minor pentatonic scale. But I want to talk about where we can slide this to. And that's going to be the 9th fret, okay? This is going to be a different position of the pentatonic scale, which would look like this all the way through. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time just talking about different pentatonic positions. We have other videos on the Guitar Control channel that go more in depth into that type of thing. I want to focus in, instead of going 10, 12, 10, 12, 9, 12, 9, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, I want to focus in on the 9, 12 parts on the D and the G string, right? And just make that a double stop. 9 and 9, D and G, 12 and 12 on D and G. And then now we can add that to 14 and 14. Things you can do. I was just randomly taking anything I felt like doing, knowing that 9 and 9 were a spot, 12 and 12 were a spot, 14 and 14 were a spot, and then I can connect them together in any way I want. Back to E7, okay? Now, all this stuff is movable, thankfully. We could do an A7. That's open A, 2, D, open G, 2, B, open E. Now the great thing is, all we'd have to do, instead of being like, oh crap, where's the A in this shape and stuff like that? A minor pentatonic scale. Also, in that tab, if you click the link below, 5E, 8E, 5-7, A string, 5-7, D string, 5-7, G string, 5-8, B string, 5-8. All the licks we just did in E, we can do an A's position for the A part. It all moves together. That's the cool thing about the blues is you don't always have to be like, all right, well, what key is this in? I only know this is going to work in this key. You can take it chord by chord. In E7 and A7, our chords you're going to see together a lot in the blues. It's kind of like a blues in E type deal. So you can combine the stuff we've already talked about. E7 to its pentatonic. And then the double stops to A. Mix and match. E. That was going from E spot to A spot. A. Double stops through A to E. Again, 3 million things that you could do with just 2 chords and 1 shape that we've moved, and then thinking of that shape double stopwise through through there, which sounds really, really cool. Huge fan of double stops, especially between those positions, like we said. So, chords couldn't be easier. There's no excuse not to do this. You know you want to. It sounds fun. It's great. You can combine, make it sound like you're in a one-man blues band, add the lyrics to whatever is causing your heart massive amounts of bluesy pain right now. And you're off. You're hitting the open mics and just sharing that pain and misery with others through the connective spirit of the blues. So thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you click that link below, get the tab, let us know what you think in the comment section, and then have any requests or feedback in that comment section, because we look at all of it, and that helps us get more ideas for future videos. Thanks a lot.